Hello, in this video we will see the generator functions. So first of all I will tell you about how to write down the generator function with the help of simple example, and after that I will give you one more example so you will get an idea about how to write the generator function and what is the use of the generator function. As I said, it's a generator function, so you have to use the def keyword to write down the function. After def, write down the name of the function whatever you want to give. Suppose I just given the name like a fun one, and if you want to pass any value, just write down those values within the bracket. Right now for this simple example, I am not passing any value to this function, so because of that I have written only opening and closing bracket. Now in this generator function there is a one special keyword is used, that is yield. So suppose I have written here yield1, it means this function returns the one value. Okay, so whenever we are writing the return statement, all of you know about the return statement. Whenever we return this statement, it will return back to the calling function. Same way here in the generator function, whenever we are using the yield function, this function stops the execution and they will return to the calling function. That is a use of the yield function. Yield. So I will just tell you how this is going to be work. Suppose right now I have written the two yield statement in this function, and I have created the smallest generator function which will generate only 1 and 2 value. Now how to use this function? You have written only definition of the function, but you need to call that function as well to execute the code which is present into that function. Now we will see how to call that function. Suppose you have given name like a equal to, just write down fun1 opening closing bracket, because this is the name of our generator function. Now after that, whenever I say that print in bracket, write down next in bracket a, because you have linked this function with a. So write down next in bracket a. After that, see, there are the two values can be generated by this function. So I will just use the to next statement because it is able to generate the two values. So I will say that next a. So in this line number 7, whenever you say that next a, that time this function returns the one value, and afterwards in the line number 8 again you are calling the next a. So in that case they will not start execution of this function from this first line, they will directly return the two value. Now I will just show you the execution of this code. If I click on this run button, you are able to see they have displayed the value 1 and 2. Now consider you have written one more printf statement, print in bracket you have written the next, and in bracket you have written a. Right now if I execute, it will give me the value 1 and 2, but as well as they give you the error because there is you have stopped the iteration. Only two values is capable to print with the help of this generator function because you have written only two yield statement. Now suppose you want to generate the three values, that time again you need to write down yield. Consider I have written 4, means it is not like that it should be in the sequence. Suppose I have written 4, now it will generate 1, 2 and 4 values. Right now if I execute, you are able to see the output. They have generated 1, 2 and 4 values. So as I said, this yield statements, whenever the function is executing, when they got the yield statement, they will return back to the calling statement. After that again you are calling, that time they will start execution from this line, not from the starting of the function. That is a use of the yield statement, means they maintain the whatever the values of the variable, they maintain all those things. Right now for the simplicity I have given you this simple example. Suppose instead of this, here I have written one value like I equal to 1. Okay, it means I want to start this values from the 1. As I said, here you have written 1, 2 like that. After that, suppose I have written here while I is less than 10 semicolon, and here I just written that yield I. Instead of writing the hard coded value, I said that yield I. So what is the meaning of this? Whenever you call this function, whenever you say that next a, that time they will go into the function. First initialization will be done, I will be set to the 1. After that, this value 1 is a less than 10 condition is true, so they give you the value 1. with the help of this first next statement. After that again you are calling to the second time next. So suppose I have written here I equal to I plus 1. It means simply increment the value of I by 1. So whenever you are calling the next a again, that time they will not start execution of the function from the starting. They will start the executing line number 6 directly. So they will increment the value of I by 1. So it will become a 2. The value of the I is also going to be maintained into the each call. So value of the I will become a 2. Again 2 is less than 10. So they will again give you the second value, that is a 2. Again there is a next statement, so again it will able to call this function and they will give you the 3 value. Right now if I execute this code, you are able to see they have just a minute, there is one small error, line number 1. Okay, so they have generated 1, 2 and 3 values. So it means now I have created the generator which is capable to store the values from 1 to 9, as you have written I is less than 10. Suppose you have written equal to 10, it means they are able to generate 1 to 10 values. So 10 times you can write down the next statement. See, you can write down this statement into the looping as well, so that instead of writing next 3 times, you can say that for I in range opening closing bracket and you have written 10. It means this looping going to be executed from 0 to 9. Now if I execute the code, you are able to see they have generated the values from 1 to 10. So like that you can create the generator which will generate the value. Basically this generator function returns the iteratable object they will going to be written. So this is a way to write down the generator function. Now what is the use of this generator function? You can use this generator function to create the odd numbers, even number as well. Suppose here I have written instead of incrementing by 1, I said that increment by 2. So first value will be 1 and after that they will increment, so it will become a 3. So you can say in short they will generate the odd. Just a minute. Here what happened, you have executed this loop 10 times, so 10 values will not be there. Suppose I have written here 3, so loop going to be executed 3 times. So they have generated 1, 3 and 5. So like that you can generate the odd number as well as even numbers. So this is a use of the generator function. Now again I will just give you one more example. Suppose you want to generate the you can say roll numbers of the students. Those roll numbers going to be started from 101. So like that I want to create a generator function, and whenever you are calling, you just ask the user, do you want to continue? Then only they will execute and they will create the next value. So like that, suppose you want to write down the code. So what I will write down here, df, give the name for your generator. You can give any name for your generator. Suppose I said that generate roll. It means roll number they are going to generate. Okay, as I said, roll number going to be started from the 101. So I will say that initial value of the roll number is 101. This is the first value. After that, while, I will say that while true, it means this loop will be executed infinite times. And here I have written yield in bracket which value I am going to return, RNO. This value going to be written, and in the next call, suppose I just want to increment RNO by the one value, then I will need to write down RNO plus 1, means increment the value of RNO by 1. This is a simple, you can say, meaning of this line. And this is the infinite loop, that is a while true, means it will infinite time going to be give you the roll numbers, it will be generated. Now you have written the generator, now you need to call that generator as well. So how to call? As I said, give the name here. You can give any name for your variable. After that, just write down the name of your generator. So our name of the generator is a generator roll number. Write down the opening and closing bracket. After that, suppose you have written one choice. Choice is equal to, suppose I said that yes. Okay, this is the initial value of the choice, and after that I have written while my ch is equal to y, until that execute the loop. That thing I want to do. So initially I have said ch is equal to 1, so they will directly enter into the looping. There will be no any problem to enter into the loop. Condition is true. Now here suppose I said that print, as I said, you have to use the next to print that particular value. So I said that next a, because you have linked this generator function with variable a, so you need to write down next in bracket a. After that, suppose I just ask user, do you want to continue, and that choice is going to be stored into the ch. So I will say that ch is equal to input in bracket double quote, do you wants to continue. So this message will be printed. Now user will enter any value yes or no, so that value going to be stored into the ch. Now if this ch is equal to yes, then only again they will generate the next value. This is the meaning of this program. Right now I will execute this code. Okay, you are able to see they have displayed the value 101 here, and do you want to continue, they are asking. Suppose I said that yes, why, so again they have generated 102. Suppose again said yes, 103, yes, until you given the yes, they will generate the next value. Suppose I said that no, or other than why you have entered anything, then they will come out of this loop and they will stop the generating the value. So this is a use of the generator. I hope you understand the generator functions. Thanks for watching my video.